chase me. They're gonna chase me.
At some point, can y'all review the movie for the people that?
But I'm about to say, we don't want to review the movie.
Don't worry about
Tell
We'll
me
get into it, Joe. Damn.
Parks got it here now too because he getting cute. But yeah, we was gonna start tallying up the lates. What? These Parks be late coming from another state.
That's what you said.
That's what you said.
What's good, Elevators? It's your boy Elevation here with another episode of the JBP Elevated, where we speak on the Joe Budden podcast and all of his co-hosts on and off the pod. The beef is starting to get a little bit louder. It's starting to slip through the seams. What we thought was an airtight bond between Joe Budden and Parks is starting to show its true colors. I always thought Parks had equity. At least after the breakup with Rory and Mal, I thought him and Joe came to a solution to where Parks was going to be happy, because I know for a fact Mal wasn't bullshitting. Rory wasn't bullshitting when they were trying to give extra money from the Patreon, when they were trying to make sure everybody on the team was taken care of. I know it was Parks speaking the loudest. And the veneer is starting to wear off. Whenever Rim went on Podwives and told us that Parks was mean, I knew I was correct with my assessment. But after saying something like that so resolutely, let me go ahead and say all of this is speculation, it's conjecture. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm just making it up. We don't have a clue what's going on. But it's all starting to make sense. Got to give Danny his props. He called it. He kept saying Parks didn't have equity, and I was steadfast on it. I was like, how do you go from the situation with Rory and Mal to where we're at currently without reaching an agreement with the equity stake? But now that he's starting to let Joe know that he's actually frustrated, and vice versa, Joe's starting to let it be known that he's upset with Parks too. But all of this happened after the New York Times article. It's all right. You bump my pay up. You bump my titles. I have more say over the pod because Parks will edit the pod. Parks will segue from topic to topic and cut everybody else short in the middle of a topic if he's ready to move on. So the way he was operating, I just thought he had equity. But no, ever since that New York Times article leaked, we've seen two slight altercations between them that we have never seen before prior to this. Ever. And if we have, it was 4 or 5 years ago before Parks was in the position he is currently. So what happens? Parks saw the $20 million a year number. It could be more, it could be less. And realizes that they're still on the ascension. They're still going up. If I'm only getting $250, shit, I'll even go higher because I think Parks is getting paid more than everybody else. If I get $350, $400 a year, but me having a 2% stake, just a 2% stake, that's what I would have made anyway, on top of everything else that goes with ownership. The next 2 or 3 years, Parks is going to get more and more frustrated because, damn, now I'm getting the short end of the stick. I am doing all of the editing. Well, we can't say that because we know Erickson, Tanner, Savant exist. But I'm doing all of the production, the sound, the clips. I'm taking notes, which are very pivotal notes because y'all say a lot of shit that y'all don't want to hit the airwaves. Got to rectify the situation, Joe. I'm telling you. This situation would concern me more than any other co-host, more than any other speculation, beef, altercation that might happen. Parks getting frustrated will frustrate me the most. And I'm not saying you got to give in and give equity. It's just a you and Ian thing. But if Parks is looking at it in the way I know he is, nigga, I brought Ian to you in the first place. I'm the reason we get real money here. These niggas dicked us at Spotify, dog. I know they're trying to re-up for the $44 million, and that's a big number. But the initial one that we signed for 2 years, $2 million a year, I remember when Joe said M's were coming from everywhere, and the podcast was paying the least, even though he had the most equity in it. And then he did everything in his power to make sure he can get the most equity in it. But he wouldn't have known that money like this was involved if they didn't back him in the first place. And none of that would have happened if Parks didn't introduce him to Ian, because Ian's been money motivated this whole time. If you follow Ian on Twitter, you will see why Joe is in the position he's in and everyone else is too. It takes someone like an Ian to propel you if you don't have the push yourself or if you don't have the knowledge. And Parks introduced that to Joe. Things can get real ugly, guys. And like I said, this is all speculation because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But they're letting this shit slip through the seams. We got it, Joe. Damn. Chill out. You stay over there. How you gonna bitch at us for walking off on the pod and doing whatever the hell you want to, yet this is a main pod and you did it yourself? What are you doing? And you're trying to throw me in there with the rest of the co-hosts, all for one for all bullshit. They're late, you're late too. Well, shit, they walk off set, you walk off set too, nigga. What the fuck you doing? And Parks' white ass will be the one to tell Joe straight. He'll say it on the pod. I'm telling you, dog, you better nip this in the bud, because it doesn't seem like it's anything right now. It seems, oh, we've been friends for so long, we could joke like this, but you got to pay attention to the duration of the relationship. Have they joked like that prior to this? If the answer is no, something's wrong. That's a red flag. Not a full red flag, but the caution lights are flashing, dog. Hold on. But I don't know. Like I said, everything's speculation. We don't know what the hell we're talking about. But Parks is the main one you got to focus on. Because Joe said that Ice has been taking more shots. And he has at Joe's direction or in Joe's direction. And a lot of them are treating Joe like their friend again. And then when's the last time you can recall that happening? Maul thought him and Joe were close, and they were. They lived together for 10 plus years, so they made it seem. Joe let Maul know off rip, I don't give a fuck what we did, nigga. I don't respect you. You don't need to know the ins and outs of the business at all. Rory kept challenging Joe to a fight, and Joe said, take some days off, nigga, and that's what led to them going and starting their own shit. So we already know what happens when the jokes go too far. Because it's only a matter, and they could be the same jokes, dog. But if they hit the first time, you let it slide, and the nigga keep telling the same jokes. That's why you have to course correct the nigga. And I used to say check, but no, because people check me all the time. There's certain ways that you address people. There's certain ways that you approach people, especially if they let you know the first time. Don't do that. Or this is not okay with me. And if y'all continue to let these jokes fly when jokes have never flown in each other's direction before, they're only going to hit harder because y'all have been holding secrets. Don't let Parks get in expose mode. And I'm saying all of this off of 2 slight altercations because I've already been calling it out with everyone else. And you could bet your bottom dollar that Parks was the one that implemented the rewind cam. I'm tired of this shit. Do you know how much I have to edit out all the bullshit that this broad says? And that's Parks speaking, not me. But hey, man, this is me on Mr. Speculation mode. So enough of that, man. I appreciate y'all and all the support y'all been showing your boy. We're going to keep running it up. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/elevation. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Twitter. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Instagram. We turning up. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to the page if you haven't. If you have, you already know how we rocking. You already know what it is with us. We're going to keep this thing moving, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.